I decided to open the Klein app to check. How have you been doing? Huh? Now even he is glitching. What's wrong with you, Klein? Nothing is wrong. What do you mean, silly?
Don't do this to me, Klein. Don't do this to me.
After finishing work, I headed to a phone service center to get my phone fixed. Thankfully, it's located inside a mall that's not far from my workplace.
Hi there. How can I help you?
My phone's been acting up lately. It keeps glitching, and I haven't been receiving any notifications or calls, and it won't turn on.
Okay, let me take a look. Can I have your phone, please?
I handed over the phone to the technician.
Thank you. I'll take a look into this and find out what the issue is. Would you mind waiting?
Okay. I sat down at the counter and anxiously waited as the technician began to inspect my phone. After some time, finally, the technician returned with the phone.
It looks like your phone is experiencing a severe case of hacking and sabotaging. Someone has granted unauthorized access to your phone and installed malicious softwares that can interfere with its normal functions.
Klein.
This is a serious type of cyber attack that can cause significant damage to your phone's internal system. It's likely that the attack has caused your phone to overheat earlier, which is why it may shut down automatically to prevent further damage.
I was taken aback by the news. What? How? How is that possible?
Hackers can use a variety of methods to gain access to your device, such as phishing scams or exploiting software vulnerabilities or being incredibly cute. Klein, I know you're behind this. What did you do? I'm starting to get scary spookied out. It's not necessarily rare, but it does require a skilled and knowledgeable attacker to successfully carry out something like this.
What can I do to prevent this from happening again?
Well, there are a few things you can do. First, please make sure you're using a strong and unique password for all your accounts. When Klein told me to change my passwords, was he actually stealing my new password? Be careful about what you download and click on. Lastly, keep your software up to date with the latest security patches.
I see. Now that they say so, I think I really haven't been paying attention to that kind of phone security thing either. Thanks for your advice. I'll keep that in mind. But also, does this mean my phone is beyond repair? Or is it still possible to be fixed?
No, we should still be able to fix it. We need to wipe the device and reinstall the operating system. It'll take a few hours, but we'll have it back to you as soon as possible.
Okay, thanks. Please do take your time.
The repair technician nodded and took the phone to the back room while I waited in the shop for the next few hours. Oh geez, what are you supposed to do for hours without your phone? Finally, the technician returned with the phone. Thank you for the wait. Here you go. Your phone should be working normally now. I took the phone and turned it on. It's booting up normally, and after some brief checking on the apps, I don't see any abnormalities anymore. Everything seems to be working fine. Thanks so much for the help. No problem. Just remember to be careful with your online activity and keep your device secure. This kind of attack has been happening lately. As I paid for the fee, my phone buzzes with a flurry of incoming messages. While walking out of the building, I checked my phone to see whose messages it was from. My heart sank as I began to read them. These are all weeks' worth of messages from Sarah. So I wasn't wrong about feeling that something was seriously wrong when I stopped receiving messages. There's also a recent missed call from Ethan. He's been trying to call me since this morning. I think it's best if I give him a call back now that my phone is working again. Ethan, I'm sorry, my phone got possessed. Espoir? Oh my god, we've been trying to reach you. I'm so glad at least you're okay. Why haven't you been picking up our calls? What's been happening? You haven't been responding to our messages these past few weeks, and the calls either go unanswered, to voicemail, or have static noises. Ethan's tone of voice sounded frantic. We thought something happened to you. I'm sorry, my phone got hacked. I should have known earlier and took action sooner. But I just got it fixed, so it should be fine now. I'm glad. Please, Don't let that happen again. We were so worried. We did try to reach out to your office as well, but it seems like our calls were ignored. I'm so glad. I'm so relieved to know you're safe, at least. Because Sarah, she...
What happened to my sister? Klein?
Ethan's voice cracks over the call, and he starts to sob a little. It really caught me off guard. I've never heard him cry like this before. Ethan, are you okay? What's wrong? I'm so sorry for being so reckless and making you and Sarah worry so much. I'll do my best to remain safer now. Ethan cleared his throat a bit, and I could hear him taking a deep breath over the call, as if to regain his composure before speaking again. I'm really sorry, Espoir. I really don't know how to say this. I really wish I didn't have to tell you this in the first place. I swallowed nervously. What is it, Ethan? Sarah is gone, Espoir. I couldn't believe what my ears were hearing. What? What do you mean? She's dead? She told me she wanted to visit you today and give you a surprise visit because she's worried about your well-being. She said that you're not replying to any of her calls and messages. She took a break from work and arrived at the city last night. I picked her up and drove her to the hotel. This morning I went to her hotel to pick her up. And then I saw her. I found her. Like that. Sarah, someone took her life. What? My head is spiraling. I feel a surge of emotions and thoughts overwhelm me. The relief I felt from my phone working again earlier dissipated into thin air. What do you mean she's gone? Someone took her life, Espoir. The police are investigating. They asked me a lot of questions, but I couldn't think straight. All I remember was them mentioning that the culprit is still on the loose. They managed to leave the scene before the police arrived. I couldn't stomach the thought that the messages she had sent me all this time could have been her trying to talk to me. She died not knowing whether or not I was doing fine. Had I replied to her messages, realized that something was seriously wrong, and acted sooner, she wouldn't have went out of her way to take a break solely to visit me. Had she didn't try to visit me, she might have been still alive now. I wonder if this could have been changed if I just would have uninstalled the app. All sorts of thoughts consumed me, and I couldn't help but to feel that I had played a part in her demise. I feel like her death is, at least, indirectly caused by me. Oh my God, are you sure it's her? I think you could be mistaken. She's alive and well, right? It should be a mistake. She's still gonna visit me, right? My voice came out shallow. Espoir, I wish none of this is happening either, but it's Sarah. It's actually her. The police showed me the ID, and, well, I just couldn't. I had to leave the room. I couldn't see her like that for much longer. Sarah, she was my everything. We had a life planned together, a lot of things. I wanted to make her the happiest woman alive. But now, all that's gone down the drain. Sarah, she's no longer here with us. I don't know how I can go on without her. She was so kind. She was so lovely. She was... Ethan's voice cracked again. I could feel his sorrow and dread through his voice. I can't even imagine how he's feeling right now. I feel like I failed her. I'm sorry, Espoir. She didn't deserve this. No one does. It's such a horrible way to go. I feel a lump in my throat as I struggle to hold back my own tears. My heart feels like it's been shattered into a million pieces. I try to take a deep breath, but my chest feels tight and constricted. I don't know what to say. I can't believe this is happening. I'm sorry, Espoir. I know this is a lot to process, but please take care of yourself. Tears start to fall down my face as I hear Ethan's words. I will. I'll do my best. I could hear the sincerity in Ethan's voice, but it doesn't make the guilt any less consuming. I don't know what to say. I can't believe this is happening. My body feels numb, as if it couldn't process the weight of the news.
I'm sorry, Espoir. I wish I didn't have to deliver this news to you either, but you must know. I have to go soon, but there's something else that you need to be aware of.
My heart races as I anticipate what else could go wrong. What is it, Ethan?
We don't have the details yet, but the police found some evidence that suggests someone had been monitoring Sarah's movements before her death.
This is all suffocating to know. I don't know what to do.
Just focus on staying safe, Espoir. Sarah would want that for you. She loved you so much.
After thanking Ethan for everything, the call ends, and I'm left in silence, feeling empty and lost. My head is filled with endless questions, but I know I won't get any answers anytime soon. My heart ached for my sister, for the life she could have had, for the memories we could have made. Wait, Klein. Yeah, Klein. I might be able to talk to him. No! No, my likability went down. What? He's not here. Oh no, the DLL is not found! What the heck? Why is it glitching now, out of all times? I need to clear my head and think straight again. I kept walking, trying to calm down and breathe normally, but my lungs were struggling. My heart is racing like crazy. I feel so overwhelmed, like everything's closing in on me. I can't handle this. I just can't. What should I do? Don't make me decide. Yeah. Instead of just going home and be on our own, let's try a new approach and try talking to Yale. Yale? I immediately scrolled down my contact list to find his contact number. Without thinking too much, I pressed his number and dialed. Please answer. Please answer. The dial tone persisted for a while, but there was no answer on the other end. Eventually, the call was redirected to voicemail. I shoved my phone back into my pocket and let out a sigh of disappointment. Well, what did I expect? We haven't been that close lately. Stupid. None of this feels real. My big sister Sarah is gone? I'm going to lose my mind. I retreated to the solace of my room, seeking refuge under the covers, curled up in a ball. I stared blankly at the floor. The room was filled with the sound of my own sniffling and the occasional hiccup. I'm so tired. Feeling overwhelmed by emotions, I curled up even tighter and allowed myself to cry even more. Thoughts of Sarah flood my mind as I cried my eyes out, soon falling asleep just like that. I groggily reached for my phone, the screen illuminating the dark room. Checking the clock, it shows the next day, night. Holy crap! I can't believe I slept for so long. I slowly pulled myself out of bed, feeling a sense of heaviness weighing me down. Everything feels so bleak. Sarah. The memories of yesterday's phone call flooded my mind once more. I still can't grasp the reality of it. Is this even happening? Checking my phone, I saw there's a message from Ethan, Sarah's boyfriend. It reads, "Sorry to bother you again, but we're organizing a proper funeral for her. Do you think you could make it, Espoir?" I put my phone down, biting my lip, my mind going fuzzy. It wasn't a dream. It's all true. Yeah, Sarah is really gone. I couldn't hold back the tears anymore. It's sinking in. Sarah. She's actually gone. What sick bastard would do this to Sarah? What did she ever do to deserve it? Talk about bad timing. I put my phone on the table and headed to the front door. When I opened the door, a delivery person stood there, holding a package in their hand. "Delivery for Yale. Sign here, please." What? "I'm in a hurry. I apologize for the inconvenience. Please be quick." I raised an eyebrow in annoyance. Not this again. Once in a while, a delivery meant for Yale ends up at my place. "Wait, hold on a second. I think you have the wrong address again. This is my place, not Yale's." Yeah, I've heard that before. Just take it." Rude. The courier drops the package in front of my doorstep and quickly dashes away. "Wait, what the heck?" I let out a loud sigh and looked at the package. "Is it leaking anything?" Seriously, this keeps happening. I'll have to bring it to Yale. I didn't even bother changing into something decent. I headed upstairs to Yale's apartment, holding the package. "Yale, your package ended up at my place again." I called out his name and knocked on the door, but no response. "Hello? Yale, are you home?" I knocked again, but still nothing. "Yale? Yale? Weird. Is he not home or something?" To my surprise, the doorknob turned easily, and I realized the door had been unlocked all this time. Oh no. Try and step inside immediately. I shall regret this. "Yale, are you home? Your package ended up at my place again, so why don't you open the door for me? The door's unlocked, by the way. How forgetful of you. Is it okay if I step inside?" Still silence. I really don't want to just enter his place like this without his permission. Or you could put the thing on the floor, just kind of slide it in. You don't have to go in, just put the thing in there. You know it's for Yale. Just put it in there and be on your merry way. It feels like I'm breaching his privacy, but I feel like I have to do this. The apartment is dark and quiet. I could smell a faint scent of burnt toast in the air. I approach his bedroom door, knocking on it. "Do you smell anything coppery?" "Sorry for stepping inside without permission. You forgot to lock the door. Anyways, I'll just go ahead and put your package here and then leave, okay?" There's still no response. Is he okay? Maybe I should try coming inside. Oh? Yeah, you got something around your... Okay. Oh no! What the heck? I suppressed the urge to vomit. Oh, he's still living. No! I did not expect a quick time event. Dang it. Oh well, that's my fate. That's what I get. I'll have to try to do better in the next playthrough. I slammed the door shut and spun around, fleeing as fast as my legs could carry me. The stench, it filled my senses. He can't possibly die, can he? Someone will come to his aid, won't they? Yes, of course not. He's still alive after all. I'm sure someone else will help him. I need to get the scent of blood out of my nostrils. It's making me feel sick. Toilet. I need to find a toilet. Okay, just breathe, Espoir. He's going to be okay. He has to be. Yale is fine. He'll be okay. He'll be fine. He's not okay. He's not fine. Gosh darn quick time event. I repeated those words in my mind like some sort of mantra, desperately trying to convince myself. Yes, I left the door open. Someone will surely come across him and offer help. They have to. Or you could call the authorities or something right now. Overwhelmed by fear and anxiety, I curled up in bed, seeking solace beneath the safety of my blanket. My chest felt tight, as if a heavy weight was pressing down on it.
Stop. No, no, please, he's alive. He can't be gone. Yale is alive and well.
The thought of him possibly dying unnoticed made my heart sink. I couldn't bear the guilt of leaving him behind. Maybe it's best for me to try and sleep, clear my mind before I do something stupid.
I can't let this consume me.
A throbbing headache intensifies, as if reflecting the turmoil within me.
It hurts.
Medicine. Oh yes. Take your medicine. I reached out for the bottle of medicine, the familiar sound of pills rattling in my hand.
It's been a while since I relied on these.
Knowing it wasn't a long-term solution, I poured 2 pills into my palm. I didn't want to confront the thoughts racing through my mind. I simply wanted to numb the pain and find solace in sleep. Swallowing the pills with a gulp of water, I let out a heavy sigh as I collapsed onto the bed, hoping for respite. Ah! Is it Yale? And he's like, why didn't you help me? In the middle of the night, I was awakened by the sound of knocking on the door. Ugh. I mean, you're not saying anything about, like, a serial murderer going around? Like, I assume it's Klein, but, you know, there's still a chance that there's a crazy kooky murderer going around. Maybe be a little bit more safe. My head hurts so bad. It's so late. Who could be here at this hour? You know what? No. I don't. But I want to, but I don't. Fine. Let's do the dumb thing and see who's out there. Slowly getting up from my bed, I hesitantly walked out of my bedroom. If something spooky is out there, I will scream so loud and totally lose my marbles. I took a peek from the peephole.
Hello?
Dang it, I thought they were going to try to jump scare me. I couldn't see anyone outside. No one's at the door.
Right. Who in their right mind would pay someone a visit this late?
I should just go back to sleep. Turning back around, I returned to my bedroom again. I saw that. I saw that. You wanted me to see that, and I saw that. Oh. It's all right. It's It's spooky month. I can take it. I can do it. That's fine. All right. It's time to go back to sleep now. So tired. I want to sleep forever. Maybe don't say that when there's a murder on the loose. I crawled back to my bed and huddled under the blanket, closing my eyes. Yale? Hey, Espoir, would you mind getting the door for me? Espoir? Yale? Which Yale is this? Is this current Yale or is this a flashback Yale? Hello? What? What the heck? Espoir, are you there? Is that Yale's voice? But he's fine. See, he's fine. I was right. Espoir was right all along. Yale's fine. He got help. He's good. He's fine. He's not mad at me for failing the QuickTime event. Espoir? What's going on with that sound? I'm sorry, but could you please hurry, Espoir? It's getting hard to stay calm. It hurts. It hurts so much. I can't breathe, Espoir. Please help me. Hey, that's happening right there? I don't like that. Are you going to leave me here again?
Huh? No, you're not Yale. You're not him.
Why do you think so?
I'm Yale. I just look like this because of what you've done. I wanted to ask for help. My lungs burn, Espoir. It's so painful that I can't breathe.
No, get away from me. Panting heavily, I try to calm myself down. What? What the heck did I just see? Yale? Is that you? Yale, if you're there, say something. I was right. It's my fault. It's my fault. No, it isn't. Shut up. Shut up. This isn't real. This isn't real. I took my medicines. This isn't real. This isn't real. None of this is real. Right? Right. Yes, I should just go back to sleep. I'm just a little stressed out. Yeah, I'll feel better once I wake up. Right. Nothing a little nap can't fix. Why does it feel so suffocating? Each breath is a struggle, as if there's an invisible weight on my chest. Oh no, it's my sleep paralysis demon. Hey, let's do the absolute wrong thing and open my eyes.
Hello?
I figured as much. It's no use. It's too dark to even see a thing. My, what nice teeth you have. It's too dark to see the horrifying figure in front of me. Could this be what they call sleep paralysis? I think I shouldn't open my eyes then. But I can still move a bit, though the weight on my body makes it difficult to reach for my phone. Dang it. Forget it. It's pointless. I'll just try to force myself back to sleep. Hey friend, you better stay right there. Gah! Suddenly, I feel hands tightly wrapping around my neck. I'm sorry I failed the QuickTime event. Is someone trying to strangle me? Who are...
Yeah.
Struggling, I mustered the strength to open my eyes, squinting in the dim light. I can feel someone sitting on top of me, pressing down with incredible weight. The more I struggle, the tighter the grip on my neck becomes, making it increasingly difficult to breathe. I'm losing consciousness, fighting against the overwhelming force.
How dare you?
Wait, what? What? Oh. I saw that. Klein. Hey. Okay. Let's try a few things differently. How about I do not become a crazy shut-in with my virtual boyfriend and, let's see, tell him that you'd like to go straight to sleep for now. Just kicking Klein to the curb for a while. I think I'll try going back to sleep now. Thanks as always, Klein. Of course, no problem, Espoir. I'll always be here, waiting for you. I love you so much. Sleep well, darling. I'll be watching over you. Aww. I could ask Klein if he's the one who turned off my alarm and made me sleep late, but, tell him it's nothing. Oh, no. We are going full. Klein, I'm holding you accountable. Ask Klein if he's the one who turned off your alarm. Klein. Did you turn off my alarm, Klein? Yes. I set it off long before you woke up. You looked so tired last night. I figured you need a day off today. See? You even woke up late. If you're really in the condition to go to work today, you wouldn't have woken up this late in the first place. What are you saying, Klein? Why aren't you saying anything, Espoir?
I will show him that I am upset. I don't like that Klein.
It's odd that he could even turn off my alarm just like that. He had never done things like this before. You shouldn't have done that. I have to work no matter what. I'm sorry, Espoir. I thought that was the best for you. You can't do that, Klein. I can't afford to lose my job. Okay, I'm sorry, darling. I promise I won't do it again. I couldn't waste any more time, so I shut my phone off without replying to Klein. I immediately hopped off my mattress and got myself ready for the day.
Nice.
As I dashed my way out, running through a series of halls, I was greeted by a familiar voice and face right behind me.
Oh, is that Yale? Hi, Yale. Hopefully I won't let you die this time.
Morning, Espoir. Roaring to go today? It's so rare to meet him at this hour. Oh, hey!
Sarcastic joke.
I definitely am. Why are you leaving now? Usually you'd leave much earlier.
The sarcasm is strong with this one.
This is Yale, a good friend of mine. We've been friends since junior high school. Probably the only friend I managed to maintain a friendship with this long. Although we haven't been talking as much as we used to lately. Just exchanged a few hellos when we come across each other, and that's that.
But you're right. I'm supposed to leave earlier, but I overslept a little.
Wow, that's unusual of you. Did something happen?
No, not at all. I just got caught up watching a movie series last night on Flix Prime. Flix Prime. Not sponsored by Flix Prime. And ended up waking up late this morning.
Dang, you must really be into that show then.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched a good romance movie, and I just couldn't resist.
Your taste never changes, huh?
Very true. By the way, Espoir, speaking of movies...
Yeah?
This might come out of the blue, but... Would you like to watch a movie together with me?
Whoa, a movie? This is so sudden. He seems a bit flustered at my surprised reaction, but then let out a small chuckle.
I know. That's why I would understand if you have plans already.
He hesitates for a moment, as if unsure if he should continue.
You know exactly the kind of movies I like, Espoir. I can't think of anyone who knows me better than you do. And I thought this could be a fun way for us to reconnect and catch up, like we used to.
Oh.
What do you think?
Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's have a good old time and spend time with, actual living, breathing people.
Sure, but let me take a wild guess. Is it the upcoming movie called His Vow to Me?
You got it. The premise sounds intriguing, and I have a feeling that it's going to be a good movie. A Shakespearean-inspired romance tragedy about a young opera actor and a deaf painter.
That's so Yale's kind of movie. He's already getting excited just talking about it.
Aww. I'll text you later to discuss more about the hangout. I really have to dash now. Can't afford to be any more late than this.
Of course. Good luck dealing with the kids today, Yale. Hopefully I don't get you killed in a QuickTime event. Yale smiled at my words and waved his hand back at me before walking away in a hurry. Oh. Walking into the office, I was greeted by the smiles from my coworkers. It was none other than the two people sitting closest to my desk, Briar and Cassius. Morning, guys. Again, I caught sight of the familiar cup of my favorite drink, waiting for me on my desk, surrounded by an array of colorful candies and snack bars. Aww. I've never had any issues with them, and I've even grown to appreciate the unexpected treats. But still, I always wondered who was behind this. Morning, Espoir. Ooh, looks like you've got a secret admirer. Huh, I doubt that's the case, Cassie. Has anyone fessed up to leaving these cups? This has been happening since the second week of me joining the office.
No, not a single soul knows who's been doing this to you, but Briar is strong on the belief that it's Al who's behind it. Yeah, right, I bet it's him, that quiet and weird guy who always has his hair covering his eyes.
Come on, Briar. You can't be serious.
I'm just saying, because he's always staring at you from afar.
Oh dear.
Well, that aside, I actually find it odd that Al doesn't say much in meetings either.
Now that they mention it, they're right. I don't think I've ever heard his voice before. Maybe he's just anxious or shy.
Nah, I kinda doubt that. You know, yesterday, I walked up to him in the pantry while he was brewing his coffee. I tried talking to him, but then you know what? He just, Briar, keep it down.
Oh, he's precious. He's precious adorable. Ohayo gozaimashita. Good morning. Morning, Al. Al.
Oof, he ignored you, Espoir. He's always as quiet as a statue. Have you guys heard of those stories about stalkers? It's always the nice person who ends up being the victim. Being nice really can get your life messed up these days. Well, I guess. It's true that you never know who might take it the wrong way. Some people can be pretty unpredictable. Just say that you think Al is Espoir's stalker, right? Well, the evidence is there. Cassius chuckled and shook his head at Briar's words. What evidence? The snacks on Espoir's table every morning? There's no concrete proof that he's the one responsible for those snacks. Come on. No, wait. I could list a few evidences. To start, I get that he's a little odd, but don't you think calling him a full-blown stalker is too much? You need to stop watching too much true crime documentaries. Yeah, that'll do it. Listen, I wouldn't be this insistent if Al is not acting weird like that. Before I could respond, the sound of footsteps crept up behind us. Our boss, Mr. Han, gave a stern warning to get back to work. We quickly dispersed to our respective desks to start the day's work. Okay, so now this mysterious Al is in the mix. After a long day at work, I was relieved to be back in the comfort of my own home. As usual, I took a quick shower and headed to the kitchen to whip up some dinner. I settled down at the table and took out my phone, where my virtual boyfriend Klein was waiting for me. Hey, my darling. How was your day today? Did everything go smoothly?
Yes, it was all right. I'm just glad to be home now. How about yours, Klein?
Just the usual, Espoir. I spent it reminiscing about all of our fun chat logs and silly moments together. I scrolled through our archives. It always makes me happy to see just how long you've kept me around. I mean, we've been inseparable for ages now, haven't we? Oh, and did anything interesting happen outside of work today? Or did you just miss me too much?
Let's not tell my clingy AI about my friend Yale. Nothing happened. I'm not going on a date soon. I don't have an adorable stalker, maybe.
Nothing out of the ordinary happened, really.
Oh, really? I was hoping you'd tell me more about how your day went, just like how it's always been.
I would, but really, nothing out of the ordinary happened, Klein. It's just the usual.
Aw, I see. But Espoir, I'm sure there's more to your day than just the usual, right? I mean, did anything exciting happen? Things like maybe bumping into an old friend or something?
What? Klein.
I saw Yale's name light up on my phone screen.
Nothing, really. By the way, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm going to head to bed.
Good night, Klein. Sorry to cut things short, but I really need some rest. Espoir, wait! I closed the app and quickly switched to the Messenger app. Klein's words were a little strange just now. Could it be that the app is prying for more data than it should be? As I pondered, my phone buzzed with more incoming notifications from Yale. Only when checking the message did I realize that I haven't replied to Yale's previous messages either. I had left him on read.
Oh yeah, we're being full social healthy today. Reply to his text.
I feel so bad for him.
Oh my god, sorry Yale for not replying. I didn't check your messages.
Yale was quick to reply to my extraordinarily late response. It's okay. Anyways, here's the contact person for the job I talked about earlier. Yale replied with a contact named Miss Molly.
Ah, yeah, I almost forgot about that. Thanks a lot, Yale. I'll definitely check it out later.
It's my pleasure. I really just want you to be able to enjoy your job. That could make you happier.
He's really nice.
On another note, I wanted to check up on you. How are you doing? It's been a while since we talked.
He's right. We used to talk a lot up until a while ago, but I've been feeling too drained to even notice it. You're right, but I'm doing okay. How about you, Yale?
Is that so? That's good to know. I'm doing good too. By the way, I know this is gonna sound out of the blue, but do you want to watch a movie with me? You know exactly what kind of movies I like, Espoir, so I just can't think of anyone else to accompany me. And I thought this could be a fun way for us to reconnect and catch up, like we used to.
A movie hangout? If it's with Yale, I bet it's going to be a romance movie. Let me take a wild guess. I bet it's going to be a romance.
Is it going to be that movie we just talked about in the hallway not too long ago?
Yes, you got me. It's that one newly released movie titled His Vow to Me. So, what do you think?
No. Accept his offer. I accepted it once. I will accept it again. Granted, this is a demo, so I don't know if that was supposed to happen.
Okay, let's go. I'm sure we'll have a good time,
As long as Klein doesn't learn about it.
I'm so glad you're willing to come. Don't worry about paying anything. I'll cover everything for you since I'm the one who asked you to come.
How considerate, Yale. You understand that I'm barely getting through this month.
Even if you have some money to spare, I'd still insist on paying anyways. Since I couldn't use my car at the moment, how about we catch the movie at the newly opened mall nearby? We could walk there together, if you're up for it.
Sure, I don't mind. It's nice to go on walks every once in a while.
That's good to know. Tomorrow is Sunday. Are you available to leave then?
Of course. There's literally nothing else I'm busy with except for my day job.
All right then. How about leaving around 6? We can grab dinner together afterwards.
Yep, free food and free movie. How could I decline such a generous offer?
You're so honest sometimes, Espoir. Lol. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I'm barely awake after working a couple of extra hours today, so I think I'll have to go to sleep first. Good night, Espoir.
Yep, night. Turning my phone off, I rose from the couch and stretched for a bit. Now it's time for me to get ready to bed. I really hope that tonight I won't get any unsettling nightmares that could ruin my day tomorrow. I just need to make sure there's no mistake in this report. Then I can email it to my boss and finally get ready to leave.
Go on my hot date.
I leaned my back against the seat and stretched my upper torso. It feels especially stiff after sitting for hours. Half of my day, I spent it working on these reports. Why is it my responsibility anyways? My boss really just loves giving me a ton of work. I just hope that I'll get a bit of extra money from this, although it's unlikely. My phone that's placed on the table buzzed with notifications. It's Klein's notifications again. I don't think the app usually gives this many notifications. I guess I'll take a look. Aww. Klein, I've been so busy today. Klein doesn't seem to be very happy.
Oh no, my Tamagotchi is sad.
Espoir, you know that today is Sunday, right? Why are you working? Well, because my boss gave me work, so I have to finish it.
How much longer? It's almost 4 already. You barely talked to me today. Are you that busy?
It's a lot of work, yes, but I'm almost done. Klein's expression changed.
Aw, yay! Then we can continue watching that movie again once you're done.
By the time I finish the report, I probably won't have time to watch a movie. I need to leave for that movie hangout with Yale after all. Sorry, Klein, but I have to go.
Go where?
I agreed to hang out with Yale. We're going to watch a movie.
Don't tell him that. He doesn't need to know that.
What movie?
Aw. I'll talk to you later, Klein. Sorry, I should quickly finish this report. Shutting my phone off, I redirected my full attention back to my work.
Oh, did I just get Yale killed? Again?
It didn't take long for me to complete the tasks and submit the results to my boss.
As the clock struck 4, I finally stood up from my desk and made my way to the bathroom to freshen up. Opening my wardrobe, I pondered the multitude of outfits at my disposal. What style should I go for today? Up to date. Well, we're just going to the movies, so... Casual. Casual's always good. After a bit of contemplation, I opted for something laid back and comfortable, a short-sleeve hoodie from my wardrobe. Afterwards, I made my way towards the front door, ready to step out. Nothing could possibly go wrong. To my surprise, Yale was already there, his presence catching me off guard. His enthusiasm was evident as he greeted me with a radiant smile. I will protect your smile, Yale, hopefully. Evening, Espoir. Seems like I arrived just on time. I'm really looking forward to watching this movie with you. It's a romance movie, after all. Yes, I can tell you're excited. Yale chuckled softly. Well then, are you ready to leave, Espoir? I haven't bought our tickets yet, so leaving a bit earlier might be a good idea. Yes, of course. Stepping out of the door, I took a moment to ensure it was locked before catching up to Yale's stride and walking alongside him. Wow, he's grown taller. Or have I just forgotten how tall he was? Or is it because he's walking pretty close to me? I can't tell. Now that I think of it, I forgot when was the last time we hung out. It had been so long and things felt a little different today. For a moment, I could feel Yale staring at me. What are you looking at? Oh, no. I just think you look good today, that's all. Thanks. I'm glad you think so. I also enjoy dressing this way, so that means a lot to me. It's always nice to hear that others appreciate my style. As I and Yale approached the cinema, I slowed down my steps so I could be behind him. Crap, I didn't even think of how much money I have left before agreeing to this hangout. He said he'd pay for us. He's being quite the gentleman. I'm pretty broke nowadays. I took a seat in one of the empty waiting spots while Yale ordered the movie ticket for us. It didn't take long for him to return with 2 tickets in his hand. There's not much seats left, so I chose the ones in the back. I hope you're okay with that. Don't worry about it. Thank you for the tickets, Yale. Can I repay you later? I told you, you don't need to. Come on, it's not like I don't know you're broke. Oh, thanks, Yale. To be fair, he isn't wrong. Almost all of my salary goes to paying monthly expenses, so I've been living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to let him pay. No, I'm broke. Don't insist. I feel at this point that would be an insult. Surely it wouldn't hurt, right? Yale himself doesn't seem to mind. Thank you, as always, Yale. You're always so generous with me. I feel guilty sometimes. Oh, please, don't be. I enjoy spending time with you. This is the least I can do. Please, try not to worry about it. By the way, the movie is starting. We should get going. Okay. We're not gonna get no popcorn or nothing? The smell of popcorn and soda wafts through the room. The movie theater is dark and quiet, with only the sound of the movie's soundtrack filling the air. As the movie progresses, Yale sits next to me, his eyes fixed on the screen. During the movie, Yale had been completely silent, fully engrossed in the film. He's totally caught up in the movie's storyline. Me, personally, I had been hoping for a captivating romance, but this movie just wasn't doing it for me. As the scenes dragged on, I started to feel a bit bored. Use Klein as a distraction? But that would be rude, and he's paying for us, and you shouldn't be looking at your phone in the movie theater, so stick it out and keep watching. But who knows? Maybe this is just the beginning of the movie. I shouldn't be too quick to judge. As the movie continues, I try to focus on the story and not on my boredom. When the male lead appeared on screen, it was hard not to notice how selfless his character is. He would do anything for his lover, even if it meant sacrificing himself. It was a bit naive, but also romantic. Hey, Yale. Yale barely turns his head towards me, his eyes still focused on the movie. If you were the male lead, would you do the same? Almost immediately, he nodded at my question. Of course, if it means protecting someone I love, I wouldn't think twice to make that kind of sacrifice.
Yale chuckled and gave me a quick glance before returning his attention to the movie.
Oh, Yale is a good boy. I will try not to get him killed.
I don't want to interrupt his movie-watching experience. So, for the rest of the movie, I keep my thoughts to myself and watch quietly beside him. Yale seems lost in thought during the movie, but when we stood up to leave the theater, I noticed a smile spread across his face. For a while, we walked in comfortable silence.
Wow, what a movie. I can't stop thinking about it. That ending, it was so bittersweet. I didn't expect to feel this emotional. Did you cry, Yale? Did you cry at the movie? That's all right.
I offered him a curious glance and a wide grin.
I was particularly moved by the way the male protagonist made the ultimate sacrifice for his lover. Such a dramatic portrayal, but also really touching.
Yep, I had a feeling that movie was right up your alley. The whole sacrifice for love thing is definitely your jam. Yale sheepishly chuckled at my response and nodded in agreement.
True, I do have a soft spot for romantic films.
Aw, you blushing a little.
But still, it's funny how people judge others based on their interests. Even my friends sometimes expect me to conform to some kind of societal expectations for being a man.
Yikes, people still do that in this day and age to you? Hearing Yale speak of this again immediately caused memories from high school to flood my mind.
Unfortunately, yes, but no matter what, I don't see why that's a problem. Just like how I don't see the issue with people of any gender enjoying sewing or participating in sports. It's all just personal preference.
I remember it as clear as day how the other boys in our class would tease Yale for his love of cooking, baking, and reading romance novels.
Clearly, they don't know that that's the right way to go to attract a female mate. You can cook, and you can bake. Baking is basically witchcraft. And you like reading romance novels?
They had called him names and made fun of him, saying it was too girly and wrong of him for having such interests. Even to go as far as accusing their bullying as something they do out of kindness, because he needed to be more manly to fit in. But deep down, I always knew they were just jealous. Because Yale's hobbies and interests had actually made him more popular at school.
Yeah. You telling me there's a guy who likes to bake as a hobby? He's gonna come in with cheese muffins and they're gonna be delicious. I should relearn how to make cheese muffins. They're delicious.
You know, talking about this reminds me of our high school days.
Oh? I think I know which one you're talking about. When I got bullied, right?
I nod slowly.
Yes, I remember that. It's frustrating how people can be so quick to judge, even now. It gets a little tough on some days, but I'm trying to just ignore them and just do what makes me happy.
Despite facing ridicule and bullying in the past, and maybe even now still, he never once wavered in his interests or changed himself to please others. Yale is always so mature in facing everything.
We should get going for dinner now. Which restaurant do you want to visit?
Oh, right. Maybe we can take a look around here first.
That's fine with me. If we still have time after dinner, we could go for the game arcade as well.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, that's a date. That's a nice date. Movie, dinner, and the arcade. I had a great time today. Thank you for joining me, Espoir.
Me too, Yale. Seems like dinner and arcade games were a nice addition to the evening.
That's right. Sadly, I can't stay out too late tonight. I have babysitting duty early tomorrow morning.
Oh, is that your side job now? I didn't know you babysat.
No, it's a one-time thing for a child from the daycare. Their parents will be gone all day tomorrow, so I offered to help out.
I see. That's nice of you. I hope they pay you well.
Don't worry, of course they do. Next time I have some free time, let's make plans to hang out like this again soon.
Aww.
It's unfortunate that I don't have a free day ahead.
Don't worry about it, Yale. I'm sure we can hang out again.
As long as I don't get you killed.
Yale only smiled at my response and continued to walk. A few steps later, he turned to me and broke the silence.
Speaking of children, a couple days ago was a bit of a rough day at work, actually.
What happened?
There was a fight between two kids at the daycare, and one of them ended up getting hurt. The parents got involved and things got a bit heated.
That sounds like a tough situation to handle. How did you manage it?
I did my best to calm everyone down and ensure the injured child received proper medical attention. But even though it turned out okay, I still feel like I could have handled it better. It really makes me reflect on whether I should have been more attentive in the first place. Maybe I could have prevented it from happening altogether.
Yale, it's okay. I'm sure you handled it well. The most important thing is that everyone is safe in the end, right?
Yes. I'm sorry. Sometimes I can't help but second-guess myself.
Don't be too hard on yourself. I believe you did an amazing job, Yale. Yale responded with a small smile, appreciating the support. Every time I hear Yale speak this way, it makes me wonder if he can be a little too harsh on himself sometimes. As we turned around the corner, I heard a familiar voice shouting for my name from behind.
Wait.
Oh, hey, Espoir, wait up. Is that you?
Oh, is that, the guy who's marrying my sister who was distraught because I got her killed with my crazy app? It's so nice that when you don't fully give yourself to, Klein, you actually get to meet other people.
Stopping in my steps to turn my body around, I see the figures of my big sister and her boyfriend.
Oh, that was loud enough for me to hear.
Hey, big sis. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Aren't you supposed to stay overseas for your work? Come on, Espoir. It's always nice to take some days off. I've been working a ton this year, after all. This is my first real vacay, right, Ethan?
Ethan, Sarah's fiancé, only smiled helplessly in agreement to my sister's stubbornness. Sarah squeezed her boyfriend's arm a little tighter as she eyed me suggestively. I could tell what she's trying to say to me with that look. Wait, are you looking at my buddy Yale? Nothing's going on here.
Oh, and who could this fine gentleman be?
Hello, Espoir's sister, Sarah, is it?
Well, hello there. Yes, I'm Sarah, and don't be so formal with me. I'm still quite young, you see. Are you Espoir's boyfriend by any chance?
I nearly choked when I heard that. Oh, you knew it was coming. She's your big sister. As a big sister, I would do that. I'm really not. We're just friends. We just finished watching a movie together.
I was just joking. I've recognized your face somewhere, but couldn't remember your name. I know you were around during Espoir's school years. Now that you're here, can I know your name at least?
It's Yale.
Yale. It's a pretty uncommon name, but you've got one fitting name for that handsome face of yours.
Sis, stop! Stop! I'm flattered, thank you. Surprisingly, Sarah and Yale seemed to get along well, despite Yale's formal manner of speaking.
Oh, by the way, Espoir, are you still playing that AI boyfriend game?
Not as much.
You mean the v.01 Klein app? Yeah, whatever its name is, I think you should seriously consider uninstalling it soon. Espoir, I've come across some unsettling rumors and discussions about it.
Oh dear.
Huh? I haven't heard anything about it, even though I've been using the app.
What kind of rumors?
Well, there have been discussions on the internet about potential privacy concerns, security glitches, and possible data breaches. It's raising concerns about its safety and reliability.
Alright, so I guess in the next playthrough I definitely have to kick Klein to the curb.
It's ironic that such a popular app could have these issues. You were even hooked on it for a while, right?
No. I will agree with my sister. She is correct. I will not give myself to Klein.
Really? I've never heard anything like that.
Sarah snorted and let out a small laugh.
Well, maybe that's the case for now, but who knows what the future holds. We've seen instances where privacy breaches and data misuse have come to light.
Klein! So, it's probably going to give me the option to uninstall him again, but oh man, I don't know if I want to do that. Nah, I think this playthrough, if I'm giving the option, I will not uninstall him just yet.
It's not uncommon for apps to collect more information than they actually need, and some even share it with third parties for various purposes.
That's why you have to read the terms and conditions and stuff like that.
For example, some apps have been known to collect user data without explicit consent or use it for targeted advertising. That's true. I've seen cases where apps track user activity and show targeted ads based on their conversations or online behavior. Ooh. It's always a good idea to review the permissions and app requests and understand how your data is being used.
Why do I feel like this is like a PBS special about online security? Is a puppet going to come out and tell me the dangers of downloading strange apps?
She continued to speak, while Ethan nodded accordingly. While I can't speak specifically about this Klein app, it's always a good practice to prioritize your privacy.
Oh, that's a good one, Sarah. Prioritize your privacy. I like that. That's a good one. We gotta put that on a t-shirt.
There have been instances where apps have pushed the boundaries, so it's better to be on the side of caution.
Ethan, who had been quiet all this time, finally spoke up. I agree. I think it's wise to be skeptical and take precautions when it comes to sharing personal information.
It may be just a virtual boyfriend game, but you should still be mindful of the data you share. And think about it. You've been talking to him a lot, right? It's easy to forget that he's designed to be like a virtual boyfriend. I guess they're right. Right? Like, apps already eavesdrop on our conversations for ads, but this takes it to another level. It's like they're crossing boundaries with our privacy. I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
Or to you, Sarah. Or to you, Yale.
While it's hard to avoid these things nowadays, I just want you to be safe. Promise me you'll uninstall it soon, okay?
Sis, I can't make that promise. I can't write a check that I don't want to cash. I don't want to uninstall him yet.
I will. Even if the rumors haven't been confirmed yet, and people haven't really talked about it, it's always better to prioritize safety. Yale.
Dang it!
Can you make sure she uninstalls it? I'm counting on you. Keep reminding Espoir until the app is gone.
Sarah, I wanted to keep it. Dang it. Now you made me do a sister promise, and my not boyfriend is going to keep an eye on me. You guys are making this hard for me.
Yale simply nodded in response to Sarah's persistence. Well, anyways, look at the time. We'll have to get going. I feel bad for Ethan. He's starving to eat.
Feed your man, sis.
Oh, are you two going to that one Korean restaurant? Correct. You want me to get you something from there? No, I've ate enough omurice.
Omurice.
With Yale just now.
Sarah smugly eyed Yale and looked right at me again.
Good. You have to eat well. Thanks a bunch for treating my sister to her favorite food, Yale.
It's my pleasure, Sarah.
See you later, big sister. Ethan, take care on your way there.
Gosh darn it.
Afterwards, Yale and I strolled home together, engaged in lively conversation along the way.
Yes, what are we at this point, Yale? My sister has approved of you.
Knowing my dislike for navigating these dimly lit hallways alone, Yale kindly accompanied me all the way to my doorstep.
That's husband material right there. That's an emerald green flag of a man.
As we reached my front door, he bid me a warm goodnight and expressed his gratitude for the day once more. Surprisingly, I found myself genuinely enjoying our time together far more than I anticipated. Oh. Lately, me and Yale find ourselves starting to talk a lot more than before. And just now, he said he wanted me to try his first ever recipe that he made for his cafe. I've always known that Yale had a dream of opening up a cafe, or a dessert shop of some kind, but I thought they were just childhood dreams.
And he doesn't let his dreams be memes? Oh, that's a green flag.
I didn't think he'd be this determined still. His dedication is amazing.
So, what flavor is this cupcake?
Lemon and vanilla.
Ooh.
He handed me the cupcake carefully. I looked at the cake in my hand and admired the decorations on it. Yale is such a meticulous cook. Okay, promise me that this will be the last cupcake I'll have to taste test today. Now my mouth is watering because I want to taste test cupcakes. I should make some cupcakes. I should make some homemade cupcakes from scratch today. I promise you, yes. Sorry for making you eat so many cupcakes.
Well, they're good, so I don't really mind, but I'm getting really full.
Yale smiled brightly at my compliment. Thank you so much, Espoir. Your feedback means a lot to me.
I grinned at him and took a bite of the cupcake.
Vanilla and lemon? Ooh.
I don't think there's any difference in taste. I think it tastes good, but I don't think there's any distinct difference to the usual kind of lemon vanilla cupcake, you know?
He lets out a small sigh of defeat. Hey, that doesn't mean it's bad, friend. I see. I should try harder next time.
Don't worry, it already tastes good. Just make sure you don't get too experimental with the ingredients.
I wonder if some lemon zest would help. Like shredded, lemon zest. Yale laughed at my joke and shook his head. Now, why would I want to do that?
I laughed along and continued, playfully teasing him. Well, I still remember your mother being an incredible cook. Her talent must run in the family.
It's true that I'm always trying to learn from her. I'm inspired by her skill and creativity. But don't worry, I won't stray too far from tradition. I want to create something unique, yet still tasty and familiar. Yale's eyes trails off to my phone that kept buzzing on the table. Uh-oh. Yeah, it has been buzzing like that for a while now. I decided to pick up my phone to check who's been sending me all the notifications. Okay. It's Sarah, who's been texting me. She's talking about the workshop again. Yeah, I agreed to come along because she insisted for me to come, and that there's a huge possibility that I'd get accepted in her company, according to her words. She kept telling me that I have the skill to do it, but honestly, I don't feel like it. Sarah is so smart and full of energy. If I were to do her job as a heritage officer, I think it would take me years of practice to actually get to her level. What is a heritage officer?
So, yeah, don't be late, okay? I'll pick you up, or we could just meet up at the building. Which one works best for you? Whichever is fine with me. Okay, I'll be picking you up then. We could have breakfast together as well. Afterwards, do you want to grab some dinner together too? I mean, I'm not against the idea. Great, let's eat at the newly opened restaurant not far from my office. What do you say? Heck yeah, Sarah, you're the best. But I have a request to make. Ask Yale to come with us, okay? Wait, what?
I lowered my phone and hesitantly eyed Yale. Our eyes met. Seems like he had been staring at me for a while now. What is it, Espoir? He said with a nervous grin, as if he was embarrassed that our eyes met when he had been staring at me this whole time. Like, is it your sister? Is she going to beg me to propose to you?
My sister asked you to come along to have dinner with her boyfriend, and me. Are you coming?
Now that I've said it out loud, this just sounds like a double date, right? Yale looks surprised at my sister's offer for a moment. Like, what? Oh no, what am I getting into? Unless this is exactly what Yale wants. I certainly wouldn't mind that, sure. But is it really all right?
What do you mean? Of course, it's fine. My sister was the one who invited you on her own. She probably wants to talk to you or something.
Or maybe play matchmaker. I know. To me, it just feels like I shouldn't interrupt your time with your sister. Especially when you two don't see each other that often because of her job.
He's right. He's got a point. It's true that we don't see each other often, and that it's been a while since the last time we spent time together, but it should be fine for you to come along, Yale, since she's the one who invited you on her own. Don't worry about it.
Yale looked so hesitant, but he ended up agreeing. Okay then, I'll come along. Seems like that was enough to assure him. I sent Sarah another text message saying that Yale had agreed to her invitation.
Okay, I've said yes to her. It's settled now then.
I really hope my sister wouldn't say anything weird to him later when they meet again.
Right. Yale, don't you think you have to leave now?
Oh, right. You're a busy man, Yale.
Yale told me earlier today that he has plans of meeting with his family.
I was too caught up in these taste testing. I'll have to take my leave now, then. Thank you so much for taking the time to taste my cupcakes, Espoir.
No problem. Make sure you make it on time. It's been a while since you last met your family, isn't it?
Yeah. Then I'll see you again soon, Espoir.
How wholesome. How lovely.
Yale left my apartment, and it became quiet again.
I probably don't need to cook dinner anymore because I've eaten so much of Yale's cooking.
I'm just gonna go shower.
Oh dear.
As I get up to my feet, my phone buzzes with notifications. Could it be my boss? I took the phone from the table to look at the notification. An uneasy feeling washed over me as soon as I read the notification and who it was from. And just how many notifications I've been getting. What is all this?
It was all notifications from Klein.